And it's that time of the month where I reintroduce myself to everybody that's already following me as a way of connecting with the people who just started following me in a month or two ago since my last introduction. What's up? I'm Marco. I live in a bus. Yeah. I'm a dad. That's Aurora. That's my partner, Emmy. That's Han Solo and some tree spirits. And while I have had many professions, including Reiki, retreat host, musician, healer, I've done a lot of wizardly things. The past 2 years, I've been helping people use their human design to make themselves great again. Now, nobody taught me human design. I literally just bought the book and just started putting it all together myself. And this is kind of the way that I've always been. Of course, when I found out I'm a 3-5 reflector, I'm like, oh yeah, duh, I'm just gonna like put it together myself and not go to the official teachers of human design to learn human design. I did the exact same thing with Reiki. I mean, I did get attuned formally from a teacher, but then I went rogue. I went full heretic. And that's because I notice throughout history, this happened in Reiki, I see it happening in human design, that there's always these like dogmas that form and this deadness that forms around systems that are fucking awesome. I mean, you look at Jesus, for instance. Jesus is fucking awesome. So guess what they did? They formed a fucking stiff-ass religion around it. And now there's people who can't have a relationship with Jesus because they've been burned by that stiffness in that religion. In Reiki, it's called the Gakkai. It was the original people who learned from Usui Sensei. They learned the healing arts. And then guess what? They fucking became really rigid with it. Jovian Archives is doing the same thing with human design. And I totally get it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just know that my place is not necessarily in the Gakkai or the Jovian Archive or religion. I am on the fringes. I'm in the underground. Obviously, I do things a little bit different. I live in a bus. Don't trip, though, because my baby and her mom are like right across that bridge there. But anyway, this is an introduction video. Let's see. I have had a huge growth this past 2 years because I found out I was going to be a dad, which was a huge surprise for me. And I started using social media as more than just a means to express myself. I actually started a business here on social media. Like I said, I use human design to help people become fucking great again. Like, I'm not a businessman, guys. I just pay attention to what works, and some of the stuff that I've been doing works, but I'm not like a businessman. Like, my ultimate goal is not to make loads of money. I don't necessarily love building out systems and enterprise and stuff like that. I just love it when people, like when light bulbs go off in people's heads and they're like, oh, so that means I don't have to do that. Like, I've been doing that my whole life and oh my God, I don't have to do that anymore. It's like, dude, you never had to do it. But yes, you don't have to do that anymore. Like, I just genuinely love helping people. So if you're following me and you're a part of my audience, hopefully you've been using some of the stuff that I share to help yourself. And hopefully it's helped you enough that you share it with other people and it helps them too. Something that I've been challenging myself to do is play more music because I really, really love music and it's a huge part of my life, but it's not something that I share very much. And I actually have a lot of music that I don't share. So anyway, yeah, nice to meet you. Thanks for being on my page. Thanks for following. Thanks for engaging. But most of all, like, thanks for being invested in life. Because one of the things that pains me the most is that there are so many people that are just not participating in their life. They're not invested in their life. And I was one of those people before my kid came along, to be totally honest with you guys. Like, there was nothing I really cared about more than myself and my own experience. And then now that there's this little baby in my life, like, oh my God, life is totally different. And so I know that a lot of my audience is women. And so to the women, I want to ask, like, will you share me with some of the men in your life? And I do this selfishly because, like, sure, yeah, it'll grow my following, but more so unselfishly, like, I feel like becoming a father, and I'm 31 years old, and there are men that are, you know, in their late 30s or early 40s that don't have children, and there are men in their 30s, and there's men in situations that I feel like if they had some of the codes that I have after having become a father, like it might help them. And so just kind of like a selfish, non-selfish ask, like, share me with some of your bros. What else? What else? What else? Oh, my baby's middle name is Grogu. It's a Grogu mug right there. Grogu flavored keyboard. Anyway, if you want to know more about me or you have any specific questions, feel free to leave a comment. I'm an open book. Sisters, share me with your bros. I promise I can help them.